off with some yells.
Yeah.
Some real dollop shit.
Yeah, I guess
Stream a date.
You've been doing some dollop.
I've been on some dollop. Yeah, I've been.
You on that dollop?
It's,
Oh, you on that dollop?
I am on the dollop.
It's a pretty good podcast.
Good podcast. I like it.
I also like listening to that.
Anyway,
did you listen to the Dolphin one yet?
I listened to the fucking Dolphin one and I fucking died. I'm dead inside now. I'm dead now.
Fuck, Molly.
Pris, I'm sorry, but I'm dead now.
That woman fucked a dolphin.
Oh, you talking about the Dolphin House?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I heard about that somewhere else. Like, yeah, that's real fucked up.
Yeah. Listen, we're just talking about the dollop for a second here. Did you listen to the Rube?
No, I have only caught. Let me see.
Okay.
I think I listened to like 2 of the episodes you recommended, and then I listened to.
You should jump to the Rube because it's a baseball one, and I know you like baseball.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
extremely good.
I've been breaking up listening to Friends at the Table, Adventure Zone, and the Dollop. That's been my go-to these days. I started the Serial Men with Pris, but I don't think we got very far into it.
That one's also very good.
Yeah, I think Ashley specifically was like, you need to listen to the fucking Serial Men.
Yeah,
one.
that one is definitely like one of the big ones. Oh
yeah, so
I should probably change the title of the stream. Chelsea points out in the chat.
Well, it is about murder still, probably.
I don't think any murdering is gonna happen in this one.
Well, you say that, and I'm here now, so I don't know.
I mean, if what I have in mind for you goes to a murder place, I will be very confused.
Jules, please don't kill your parents.
If what I have in mind.
I
have no idea if that's what Luke is talking about.
Right? Yeah, it's not.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm downloading the Rube now.
Okay, yeah, that one rules.
I already listened to 10 Cent Beer Night.
Yep, that one's good.
You said all the SWAT ones were good?
Yeah, they're more like interesting than funny, but
I'm into interesting.
Yeah.
So I might. Or the LAPD ones. That's
SWAT's like one of the LAPD.
SWAT
ones.
is one of the LAPD ones. I got it mixed up.
Yeah.
I listened to the one Zach recommended, which was the Hippo Bill, which was fucking incredible.
That one rules. But yeah, it's a good show, and I recommend it, with like a few caveats, but not many. With less than some other things.
I think I might get this $50 Final Fantasy Domino's deal at some point.
It seems like a really good deal if you.
What is it?
So the deal is that Domino's Australia has a promotion going on where if you order, there's a specific deal where you get 3 pizzas, garlic bread, and bottle of soft drink for $50, but you also get Final Fantasy 14 along with every expansion, including Stormblood, and a free month.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, that's actually like a really good deal.
Yeah, definitely. Anyhow, we're playing roles right now.
Absolutely not. Sorry, listen, I haven't talked to Julie in like a month.
No, it's fine.
That's true, actually.
But yes, we are doing a role-playing game, I guess.
Julie is.
Nope, sorry, I'm online with my boyfriend chatting. I'll be right back. See you in like 5 hours. Bye, guys.
No.
Fuck, while we're talking about FF14, I'm gonna crack that sucker open and we'll do some fishing.
Son of a...
Man, I gotta play that game, and also, I'm glad
it's really good.
Yeah,
fucking basically everyone is up on it now.
Yeah.
The fact that you guys are on it now means I have to get on it, and thankfully it has crossplay, so I might get it on PS4.
Yeah, it totally has crossplay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Julie, you've been busy for the past month. You finally deigned to give us some of your time again.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I could have gone for 2 or 3 months more.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I would have been sad, though.
Yeah.
I know, I would have been sad as well, but also I would have been less sad than I am right now.
I mean, listen, I get it, but also maybe we could borrow an hour a week.
Julie, we just need some t-shirts and 180 minutes of your time.
Because planning my boyfriend because he's going to be here for a whole year next year. I told him, "Oh, I'll make a year worth of podcast backlogs." He's like, "How do you know? That makes no sense." I was like, "I can do it."
Just give your friends a few hours of your time a week. That's not that big of an ask.
No, I can do.
Listen, Jules. If we could just finish all of Homestuck, you won't hear a peep from me.
Right.
I will have content for the ages.
You'll hear lots of peeps from me. I'd like to continue playing this game.
I mean, I'm just thinking, I
will send Brook to a farm, Julie.
As long as there's a well there.
It's a fish farm where they grow fishes.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm just saying, a year's worth of backlog, not too hard to do, in my opinion.
You guys ever been to a fishing farm or like a fish farm?
There was like a fishery by my house when I was growing up.
Yeah, my dad took us to a fish farm multiple times because he thought that was a cool thing to do.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I just drove by this place like
I was gonna say
in high school.
No, my dad thought that shit was super interesting, and I didn't.
That's because it's just a big pond of fish.
It's just a lot of fish, and you can't go fishing there.
Right.
There's they had
that's
little things set up where you can throw food in the water, which was okay, I guess, but my dad would give me a fucking quarter.
I mean, yeah. Oh boy. Well.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, you can't go to just go to a regular farm and just hunt.
But I guess that's true.
Yeah,
that'd be weird.
Even if you could, that doesn't sound like you'd get any of the fun of hunting out of it. Unless you purely just enjoy executing animals. In which case, you should just
Wait, is that not the thrill of the hunt?
I mean, I think that's a component of it, but I think it's the fun of tracking and sneaking up on a deer or some shit, right?
What if?
I figured it was all about staring them in the eye as you drain the life from them.
I was gonna say, yeah. Yeah, what if you're sick of oh man, I don't want to shoot deer from 30 yards away in the woods. I want to see its eyes.
Got a knife, warm belly, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
Boy, oh boy. But yeah, so Julie, you've missed out on a lot of stuff, mini stuff.
Many stuff. Mm-hmm.
You guys got back from the Frozen Library. Timmy, we'll come back to what happened with Timmy because I want to expound on it later.
Oh, okay.
But Jet decided it was time to try and talk to Jenny, and Jenny basically Jenny basically told her, "Nah, you've apologized too many times in the past. I don't care that you're sorry." Yeah, it was rough.
It was more awkward than rough.
Well, yeah, but there was roughness implicit there.
Oh yes, but it was like
it was a lot of dead air.
I'm sorry. Look, please, implicit roughness. You don't need to give away my AD handle. Please,
right.
Come on.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good to be back.
Yeah. Edith, we went back and talked about how she has been developing the Church of Strength off screen because it's a huge part of Edith's life that we haven't talked about at all. So we thought
it's just her religion.
It's fine.
Right, just the religion that she's an important figure of and leader of in the biggest city in the world. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, no, it's not at all like she's making out with the actual goddess.
Right, yeah, also that.
Sounds fake.
Yeah. So we did that. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I guess that's it. But Julie, I wanted to talk to you about, during this downtime between sort of quests. I want to hear more about the writing and publication of Stamen Writer, because you're just oh yeah, she self-publishes these books. So hold on, no, we gotta back up. We gotta elaborate on what's happening.
Oh no, don't worry. No, I very much have in my mind. She's basically been publishing zines essentially.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, just
what I'm getting at here is, look, I am now making canon. There's a anime convention that happens in this fucking city, and she definitely goes and pushes her shit there.
That's.
I mean, given the canon we've established, Willow Wake seems more the place for the anime conventions to be happening.
I guess I can see her traveling there.
That's where the bigger one happens.
Okay, you know what? I can. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
It's like that's. Oh, go ahead.
I can see it also like shipping stuff to Willow Wake to be sold because that's of course where the big Stum Rider audience is.
It's like Willow Wake has like Otacon and Nethria has Dragon Con.
Yeah,
like, it's Dragon. Is Dragon Con bigger than I think it is?
Dragon Con's pretty. I mean, there's a parade, Luke.
Oh, okay,
you know what we mean anyway.
Yeah, all right. Dragon Con's bigger than I thought it was. Whatever, you still get my point.
Like, Nethria more has like Australian Supernova. It's a big con, but it's like it's an Australian like pop culture convention.
Right, right.
That's not me calling out Supernova, although it kind of is.
Kind of was, yeah, actually.
I mean, they get like Chris Hemsworth there, but you've got to pay like $150 to get a selfie with Chris Hemsworth.
Wow, that's.
That was literally actually the figure, like for this year, I think.
Wowzers, that's yikes.
Or you pay $50 to get a selfie with Johnny Young Bosch. I know which one I'm picking.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, so you've been going to because here's the thing: this like Stamen Rider was an established like franchise from an established author that suddenly stopped putting out like stories, and now there's just basically a doujin.
Oh yeah, basically.
Yeah. How has Brook tried to like pivot and get control of that brand?
I don't think Brook would actually want control of the brand. She just wants to tell her and by extension Lotus's story. Like, I think Brook has let go of some of the ego to actually. Past Brook would have definitely made some cutthroat maneuvers to try and get a hold of shit.
Okay.
In this case, no.
Okay.
Like she just wants to tell this story, and she's willing to tell it for a tiny price of like buying her doujins because she still needs to like pay for her apartment.
Okay, so yeah, she's going around to cons, and I think we also talked about like convincing like bookstores to maybe carry like limited runs of stuff, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and if you know those places where it's like take a book, leave a book, like tiny libraries and stuff.
Oh, sure, like secondhand bookstores and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I mean, in this case, like, have you seen? They're like little, almost like size of like a dog house, like take a book, leave a book, little like actual tiny libraries.
Oh,
on, like,
sure.
Corners.
Okay.
She would definitely like organize a deal with like a local like district to like, hey, can I put my thing in there? Like, don't need to pay me. I just want to get exposure.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Okay. So let me think about, because honestly, really hammering out the details of this was the main thing I wanted to talk to Brook about. But I did have a scene in mind also as sort of a springboard off of that. I'm going to turn this fan off. I just realized I forgot to turn off before we started. It's a good thing we don't care about the quality of this.
Also, I don't think we can hear it.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what
can't hear
I'm going to turn it back on.
Turn on the fan machine.
Yeah, the fan. Ashley's going to try to go to that tomorrow. It's going to be a nightmare, probably.
Oh, probably, yeah. Anything like big like that at PAX, you have to be lined up like 3 hours in advance.
It starts at 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah, she's going to need to be there like at like 7 at
7
the latest. Yep. But, okay. So let me think of the way to intro this scene. I think, Brook is coming home from something. Because, tell me, too, the flip side of this. Like, what is... Because you have probably a week or two off right now from going out and adventuring. Like, what kind of things is she doing as Stamen Rider in the city, if anything?
I think any, like, minor crime that Brook would not be able to hold herself back anymore. She would probably, like, try and help out. Have you seen Spider-Man Homecoming yet, Luke?
I haven't.
There's basically a whole opening montage of what does Peter Parker actually do with a fully kitted out, like, Stark Enterprises Spider-Man suit. Mm-hmm. And it's just, like, him stopping a bicycle thief, giving an old lady directions.
Sure.
Like, it's minor stuff like that.
He's the like, rank C hero from One Punch Man.
Oh, yeah, maybe even, like, rank D. Like, just local dude who helps out and, like...
Well, you said that my first thought immediately was Moomin Rider from One Punch Man. Because that's the kind of stuff he does. He just does a lot of it.
That's true. Brook would probably be like Moomin Rider, except like actually capable. She wouldn't just like be decked out in one hit.
Moomin Rider's so good.
Moomin Rider's fucking amazing.
I love him. God, yeah. We're the only two that know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Well, okay, so in the world of One Punch Man, all the superheroes are licensed.
Alright, I do like they called him One Punch Man, like as if it's his last name.
Exactly. His name is One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like One Punch Man takes place in the world where, like, the Civil War, like, Marvel thing, superhero registration, like, happened. Like, all the superheroes are registered and they're ranked according to how useful they are. And, like,
and how popular they are as well.
Yeah, and, like, rank C heroes are the ones that are, like, getting cats out of trees and, like, stopping bank robbers and stuff. Whereas, like, rank A heroes are out fighting apocalypse dragons from space and that kind of shit.
Well, that's more rank S.
You're right, I forgot it goes up to S. Yeah. Rank A is, like, super villains.
Yeah.
The top member of the rank C class is a guy named Moomin Rider, or in the English translation, Licenseless Rider, because instead of a motorcycle, he just has a bike.
Amazing.
And his outfit
he literally has a bicycle with a basket on the front. Like,
yeah, and like his superhero costume is just like a bike helmet and like knee pads.
Hell yeah.
And like goggles. Like,
and his whole thing is that like he doesn't have any superpowers, but he's this extremely popular hero because he does like more like heroic actions a day than anybody else, because he just gets up at like 6 a.m. and is just out there on his bike helping everybody.
Aww. I mean, like, he literally his introduction, he tries to stop a regular thief, and then he literally just gets knocked out in one hit. But
yeah, like his whole thing, like this horrible supervillain shows up that's like killing off A rank heroes, and he gets up to fight it and gets the shit beaten out of him, and then gets up again to like stall for time until the S ranks can show up, because he's a fucking hero. And like the whole thing is like, a lot of the S rank heroes are assholes that just are in it for like fame or like power, and he's just a good guy that like wants to help the world.
I mean, he's also a complete dork in that. Like when they need to go faster to get to stop the evil monster, he literally goes standing up pedal mode and just starts like.
He just yells out standing up pedal mode.
God.
Like he actually like calls things like Rider Crash, and he just throws his bike at the monster.
Yeah, like one of my favorite parts of that whole show is like when Saitama finally gets to the fight, and like, you know, Licenseless Rider is on the ground broken, and he just like pats him on the shoulder and carries him to the side. He's like, "Hey man, you did really well," and then goes and like beats the guy in one hit, because that's what Saitama does. He's the One Punch Man.
Right.
God, I love One Punch Man. Other than a few certain parts of One Punch Man that are bad.
Look, are you okay? I didn't mean to actually pull you off a tangent like this.
I'm sorry.
You activated Luke.
I like One Punch Man a lot.
I mean, now we have to think, oh, is this what it's like from the other side? Oh.
Right, yeah, exactly. Now you know.
Okay. Huh.
Anyway.
I mean, go rethink some things.
God.
Anyway. So Brook.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's just going around, she's doing super heroics.
Pretty much.
Heroicisms.
Yeah, basically she's the one like just giving directions, helping out people, stopping the occasional thief if there is one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. What is, like, the content of her doujins like? Like, is it just a, basically, transcription of everything she's been up to at the pizza party? Is she changing names? Is she leaving details out? Is she just going,
like,
this is just a full accounting?
Time, which was admittedly a little bit over a month ago at
this
point.
You'll forgive me if I don't recall.
I mean, sometimes people still don't remember how to spell Brook's name. I'm just saying.
I mean, I've gotten over that. I'd spell it right now.
But what's it called? Yeah, she's basically like describing Pizza Party's adventures, but she's definitely changing names and appearances somewhat. I can't remember what we said before, but like, I think the main difference for like, say, Timmy is that he's like a big troll dude named Jimmy.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Right?
I think everybody else had similar treatments.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Edith was just like blonde.
Right.
In that case, Brook was more scared about how much he would change Edith and Edith ever found out, and then her.
Right, but then like how much of that too? Like I'm just trying to get a like. Edith is a person with a non-zero amount of reputation. Like, is that all being switched around?
A little bit. I think that's like being downplayed, like to some extent, because Brook doesn't want everyone finding out exactly who everyone is. But also, it's a case where if you like give it 5 minutes of deep thought, you'd be able to put the jigsaw pieces together.
Yeah.
But no one does because it's Common Writer. That's how that works.
Well, yeah, like the whole deal is like,
right.
like Brook thinks she's very smart. She's adequately intelligent, but luckily she lives in a world where most people are very clueless.
Sure. Okay.
It's just Superman glasses, but the Superman glasses are working really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, pretty much.
Mm. Okay. Brooke is coming home to her apartment someday or another, probably after doing some kind of minor crime stoppery, which is the right word for it.
Crime stoppery.
Yeah. And I'm imagining a situation. I guess she's not throwing her keys on a table because it's fantasy, and there are no car keys. And there might be a house key. Who knows?
There's keys to the
I
apartment.
was gonna say, like,
Yeah. Actually, hold
Dude,
on.
someone needs to
Where does Brooke keep stuff like that? Does she have a bag, or does it just float around inside of her?
No, she always has. She has a rucksack with her.
Okay.
I've always imagined she keeps a rucksack with like some extra water, some sugar, and then like
Sure.
in this case, like she would like stuff her helmet and suit inside whenever she transformed and stuff.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Okay, yeah, she walks in, kind of gets situated, and pulling out a thing that's been happening to everybody lately. Over on Brooke's bed, Liz is just laying there reading the newest Stamen Rider.
So that'd be extra fucked up because Brooke sleeps in the bathtub. The bed is just
that's right. Yeah, she's okay. Yeah, but Liz is on the bed.
Yeah.
I forgot that Brooke sleeps in a tub.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, no, it's very good. I think I suggested at some point that she gets cleaned up for the day by she has a screen door on the bathroom that she just walks through.
She
like
also
extrudes herself through.
She also has an oven mitt next to the bathtub, so she can like actually put her hand in and then slap the alarm clock like off.
Oh sure, yeah.
I've literally written out all of this. Like,
of course,
this is all material I've written out.
I know you have. But yeah, Liz is there just reading.
Oh. No, I was gonna ask how you got in, but that would seem honestly quite like a stupid question. Why are you here?
Well, I got in because you're dreaming. It's not real. Don't worry about it. And she just kind of flips licks her finger and flips a page, and says, "Yeah, I've been talking to Edith and Timmy and Jed. It just started to feel weird to leave you out, you know."
I mean, I wouldn't have felt too hurt if you left me out, but I suppose that's fair.
You know, I had fun that one night when we were just hanging out talking about Stamen Rider. It was a good time, Brooke.
It was.
Yeah.
It really was.
It's a shame we can't do that more.
Well, you seem to be enjoying, or at least enjoying reading the new issues.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's all right. It's better than the last guy. I'll give you that much.
Well, I'm happy to hear that at least.
She closes it and you know what? No, she doesn't. Liza sits up with it open and grabs a red pen that probably isn't actually on your nightstand and just kind of starts making some like scribbles in the margins.
Got some corrections, you?
Yeah, I figured I may as well offer my services while I'm here. I'm pretty good at this, writing thing, Brook.
I don't doubt that you're good.
Doing it for a while.
Again, I don't doubt that you're good. It's more that your genres aren't really to my taste.
Really? Why not?
Well, there's kind of all, let's just cut through it all and say the awful bullshit that you represent and you tell others. Not my style.
I don't know. Timmy seems to like him.
Ah, yes. Those. I suppose that was more of your earlier work, though.
I mean, I guess it was a while ago that I wrote those last, but I'm a pretty versatile person, Brook. I'm not trying. Listen, I don't want to change the content. You're reflecting what actually happened. That's good. I have some notes on some of the word choices here and the presentation. I think I could really make this stuff pop.
All right. Well, prove to me you're a good editor. What have you got so far?
All right. So we need to. How do we want to discuss this? Because it's not like I have a manuscript here that I can actually punch up.
Well, what is Lies done to the? What is she written down? Give me some examples.
Okay, sure. She kind of just hands you the book, and thumbing through it. It has mostly been replacing words with other words, either stronger synonyms or that sort of thing. Crossing out sentences and offering rewrites. She's not changing the content of it. She is making tweaks to the just the flow of the sentences and that sort of thing. And Brook, as you're reading this, you do have to admit that it reads better with her notes.
Well, like I said, I didn't doubt that you were good.
Mm-hmm.
So is that all you can do? Just edit some of my manuscripts and then be on your way? Or was there anything else you needed from me?
Well, you're really doing your best to, get these out there, get people reading them. I can understand that. I remember when I've had to do things like that before. Don't you think they'd...
Oh, I can imagine the Goddess of Lies really needing to work for exposure. Yeah.
You have no idea. I'm not going to bother telling you. You wouldn't believe me anyway. But...
Funny that.
Yeah. But, I thought maybe if you were interested, this could become a partnership.
Partnership.
You can do the writing. You're the one out there living the life and, writing about what happens. And I'll just be your copy editor. I'll make it pop. I'll make it so that people can't forget the stories that they write. We'll make this one of the most popular books in the city.
Work with the Goddess of Lies to make something better and popular. And the person who has also really hurt and fucked with the people closest to me, or just make the thing I'm happy with for now and get better on my own and maybe find someone else who can do the job who is a manifestation of just shittiness all around. That's a tough choice.
I keep hearing the same line over and over from all of you. Can you actually tell me one thing I've done to any of you? I talked to Jet before, strength and health ever even showed up. I told her point blank that I was evil. And she was fine with it. The only thing I ever did that made anyone mad was I attacked that shitty old boss you guys used to have. And look how much better off you guys have been without him. He sucked.
He sucked, but it wasn't up to you to decide what to do with him.
Well, be that as it may, I made the decision, and it seems like it really kind of worked out for everybody, other than him, I guess.
There's an old saying about means and ends. Say if I burnt someone's house down, which would really suck for the time being. But because of that, with their insurance payout, they would get a better place. That would really that would absolve everything, wouldn't it?
Sorry, I'm trying to process how she would respond to that. Give me a sec. Liza says, well, if no one gets hurt, why not?
Because it's always the case where someone gets hurt. It's impossible for someone to not get hurt, especially when you're involved.
Well, you don't realize just how wrong that is of you, but, you know, it's a standing offer. I'll give you time to think about it.
Well, you can probably make it officially rescinded, because the old me probably would have considered this seriously, to some extent. And I'm not going to say that I'm a better person, but I'm a different person now, and I don't want your help or involvement. At least, I know I can't avoid you. I've given it some thought, and it's pretty clear that you are kind of just everywhere, and as much as I fucking hate that, I kind of just have to accept it. But I don't want your direct involvement. I don't want you to feel like ever that you're doing me a favor.
She is
fucking ever
sitting on your bed, like elbow on her knee and just like head resting on her elbow, smiling. Like, have you thought about that note I left for you at all?
Oh, I have. I have a lot. I have a lot of theories and ideas.
I'd love to hear them. I love fan theories.
I bet you do. You're the patron goddess, aren't you?
She just kind of stretches her arms out and says, "You got me." So, you know, if we want to talk about you not wanting my help or anything, maybe we should be careful about the glass houses we're in.
Maybe. But I'm pretty adamant on this, and I'll take the consequence, whatever that may be. Again, I've thought about it for a little bit.
What makes this different? I just want to help you more than I already am.
I just don't like you. You're a shitty person, and you're annoying to be around. I could give a lot of poetics about truth and justice and all the things I do believe in. But you're just shitty. Well, and most importantly, you were shitty to Jet.
Not so shitty you're willing to stop using my flower, though.
Well,
you won't have to see me at all. You'll wake up in the morning and an edited manuscript will be on your nightstand. Use it or
Still
don't.
Feel real gross about that, and I'm going to tell you that manuscript won't get published. Not your version, at least.
Well,
I'm not going to tell you either about any binary notions of lies being bad, truth being good inherently. There's a reason I don't really worship a lot of the goddesses myself. I know there's a lot of gray to you, more than others might give you. But because of that, I don't trust you. And because of that, I don't like you.
She stands up and reaches out to put a hand on Brook's shoulder. And she says, well, it's a shame because I kind of like you. And Brook, you wake up in your tub.
That's in character. That's me adding character at the same time.
Yeah. She's just so fun. All All right. Okay. Well, speaking
I come back to this after such a good month.
All right. Speaking of dreams Liza appeared in, she appeared in Timmy's dream. Was that last week or the week? That was the week before. That was 2 weeks ago. And she mentioned that she had 4 more bodies for them to find.
Wait, I thought it was 5.
I think it was 5.
Was it 5? Yeah, you're right. It was 5. I meant
yeah. I mean, if you're retconning it, that's fine. But like the original version was.
No, I still need to sit down with like a list and the list of goddesses and figure out some ends. Because I had them and then we edited it to make the names better sounding, and then like the message I was originally spelling out didn't fit anymore. I was like, shit. So I still gotta tweak that.
It's your own damn fault.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong. Like I'm not, yeah. But Timmy, I think at the time you mentioned that you weren't necessarily going to go to like the city guard or this or anything. You were gonna maybe tell Strength about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Strength heads down with you the following day, and let's say this is taking place after everything else that we've talked about has.
Yeah.
And she heads down with you to, this is a warehouse in the Orange District. It's sort of a receiving warehouse for shipments from outside the city. Kind of the equivalent of like the docks, but you know, this is a landlocked city, so there are no docks.
Okay.
The rocks.
Yeah.
I mean, I was about to say docks can still be like the part of a building that like a truck pulls up to, but like this is a fantasy world. I don't think there are trucks.
Well, but there's you know, caravans,
there's carriages,
sort of
wagons and stuff. Yeah, okay, they can still be docks.
Yeah, like I said, it is like a receiving area for shipments. And there is sort of a guard posted outside of this warehouse. Because in the dream, Lies like told you a specific warehouse where all 5 of these bodies are, which I don't think I elucidated on because I didn't want, you know. But
you didn't want to make up an address, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But the details were given.
Well, because you'd have to make it upside down, and then we guess that immediately, and you'd be upset about the effort you put.
It was Anyway, there is a guard posted at the door of this warehouse. Just one guy, and he doesn't really have like, let's say he has like a nightstick, but he's not, you know, he's not exactly, he does not look like a formidable person. And you and Strength are there. What do you do, Timmy?
I think I let Strength do the talking.
That's fair. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what she says exactly to convince this guy, because I don't think she's just going to be like, yo, I'm Strength!
That seems very much in Strength's character, though.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, you're right, because you're here to investigate lies, especially, so she absolutely just says, like, yo, I'm Strength! Not that, literally. I think she just kind of picks this dude up and sets him down to the side and then pushes through the door. The door was locked, but the, like, metal bar locking it just kind of pops off and flies across the room when she opens it. And, you guys sort of just... She marches down towards the back of the warehouse, presumably with Timmy in tow. And, sure enough, there are 5 bodies back here. And, written in blood along... They're sort of in the corner, and written along the walls in this corner, it is the phrase, liar, liar, pants on fire.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And, yeah, I'm going to give you a window here to say something or react before I, you know, advance Strength's turn.
Man, she really makes a point of, like, insulting people for doing the thing she represents.
Strength is just, like, quietly fuming. Like, her teeth are gritted, and she is, like, tensed up in a way that, like, she looks like she's ready to kill somebody. She's like, Strength sort of is just quietly seething like that for a moment, and then she says, I was here, and I was looking out for her. How did she do this behind my back?
Honestly, I think Timmy's too scared to respond to that.
Okay.
Like, I think he just kind of like starts like, like, you know, you ever seen someone like when they're nervous to like tap their fingers together, and just kind of look around.
Yeah.
Like I think that's just kind of what Timmy does for a moment.
Sure. There are lots of like sort of pallets of wooden crates in here. Strength, after sort of asking that question to the room and just sort of having dead silence, just all of a sudden rears back and like smashes a crate that's about as tall as she is, and wood splinters go flying everywhere. Timmy, one like nicks you across the face, and yeah. Great. Good job.
Oh my god, he got me. This 12-foot bug was going, and like the tiniest.
As she smashes that crate, just a huge pile of masks like slides out of it and scatters across the floor, the same kind that Lias wore and that guy in the fort wore, sort of the half white, half black, kind of Phanto looking, Greek drama looking masks. And Strength just looks down at those on the ground and lets out this horrible guttural just roar, and storms back towards the door. And Timmy, you see that. What's that?
Wait. Before you go, you've seen those before, haven't you?
She ignores you and storms towards the door. And in a second, Timmy, you see her come back, dragging the guard by the collar, and she comes back and slams him down on the ground and presses her hand against his face so that he's looking at one of the masks. And she goes, "Where did this crate come from? Where did it come from?" And he is just freaking out on the ground, panicking, and he doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Hey, whoa. Please calm down. Please calm down.
She is not listening, and she is just putting more and more weight on this man's head, and given how strong you know she is, you're very worried about it popping like a grape. And he is just hysterical.
Okay, I mean, like, if this dude's like about to die, I guess I don't think it's gonna work out well for anybody, but I think he's gonna try and intervene.
Okay, intervene
he's
how?
gonna, like, I guess just grab her other arm and try and like pull her away from him.
Okay. She kind of pulls back for a second, but then she tenses up against the pull of your arm, and she, like I said, you don't think she's about to murder him, but she's very angry, and this guy is not in a good place, and who knows what could happen with her this angry. You have never seen Strength this angry before. And she just keeps screaming at him to tell her about that crate, and between, like, yelps and, at this point, probably sobs, he's just trying to explain that he doesn't know.
Okay, okay, I guess I'll just try and investigate the crate, see if maybe there's something Maybe there's like an address on it or something, some kind of information about where it might have come from.
Okay, roll investigate then.
Okay, let me get out the dice roller. That is a 3.
That's a 3. There is nothing. There's no, like, labeling. And actually, as you're looking at other crates, there are, like, you know, labels that were probably painted on, just even, you know, addresses to ship this stuff to, that sort of thing. There is no markings on the remains of the crate at all. And just like the mask you investigated from Lies, there's no apparent maker's mark or anything on these masks.
Okay. So, okay, remind me again. What all were the books that we got from the library?
You guys got the notebook from her room that just had, like, scribblings and notes on the different locations. And then, Timmy, you grabbed the most recent editions of all of the holy books that were in there.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna take one of the masks and Liza's notebook and see if I can find anything like in the notebook that might have something to do with the mask. Because I figure at this point I've probably had time to like at least peruse through this book before.
Sure. Okay.
Yes.
Why don't you roll investigate again?
Okay. Well, can I make the case for lore?
I think you can, yeah, because it's literally a book.
Yeah. That's a 5.
Okay. Thumbing through the book, you find the notes on the backward village, and again, it's almost entirely like encoded in a code that you guys have not been able to break. But there is a doodle of this mask in the margins of this page.
Okay. Wait, strength. What can you tell me about the backwards village? I think this mask has something to do with that.
It's where she used to live before we took care of her, before we sealed her away. It's where people that used to worship her lived. And somehow, either she did this or someone from there got into Nethria and put this crate here, and I want names. Somebody saw something! This crate didn't just appear out of thin air!
Okay, listen, let's not, like, this guy doesn't know anything. Let's just maybe talk to whoever else might have been here, or maybe one of the higher ups. Like,
roll something to convince her to lay off this guy.
Empathy, would that work?
I think empathy is a good one. Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest, but I didn't want to,
Okay, that's a 4.
Okay, she just kind of like freezes, and the pressure on his face is kind of lifted, and she slowly kind of climbs back up to her feet, standing over this guy who's just kind of cowering underneath of her, and she just, without even looking at you, Timmy, she says, "Fine, let's get this cleaned up and start asking around." And she starts to head out of the warehouse, and she says back to him, heal his face, and yours too, and just keeps walking.
Yeah, I was gonna do that anyway. I'll do a little bit of healing.
Okay, yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it since it's not a time-sensitive situation.
Yeah.
This man is pretty traumatized at this point.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give the dude a second to calm down.
Okay.
And then maybe maybe when he doesn't have a mountain of a woman crushing his face, maybe he
Sure.
might have a better chance of remembering something.
Sure.
So, I think I'll try to like just ask him like if he remembers anything.
Listen, I don't even go in here. I just stand out front and make sure no one gets in here when the workers are off duty. That's all I do. I don't.
Okay. Who is here when the people are working?
I mean, the workers themselves, the foreman. Maybe they'll know something. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Do you know where the foreman is right now?
He explains that it is like basically an off day, here.
Can you give me an address?
Yeah, let's say instead of, because having a lot of like, let's say there's like a montage of asking around here and
Sure.
Going to people in the know instead of, we don't need to get this granular with it. And let's just have you roll investigate to see anything that sort of shakes out from this.
Okay. Oh, that's a bad roll. I'm gonna dump a. Let's see. What should I spend a fate point on? What can I invoke? I'm gonna invoke I'm sick of being manipulated, because like this is
Sure.
I know this is Liza's horse shit, so like
Sure.
yeah. Okay, that's better. That's a 4.
That's a 4. Okay. So yeah, you and Strength start asking around. You kind of take over the talking because you don't want a repeat of what happened with Strength and that guy. No one can really say anything about that crate in particular. I mean, the dock workers are all basically, like they handle a lot of crates in a day, and they don't know how one would have ended up there without any kind of like processing or labeling, but they certainly don't seem to have any paperwork on it. While you are doing this investigation, though, and kind of just getting brick-walled, you happen to see the name of this shipping company that owns this warehouse, which kind of didn't even register with you when you first got here. But it sort of sets off a light bulb in your head now. It is Stone Shipping.
Oh, fuck me running. Hey, Strength,
Yeah.
what do you know about the Stone family?
The cockatrices?
Yeah. So I think they might be connected to all of this. So I don't know if I think at this point I think Timmy's just gonna tell her about the labyrinth and the delivery, and the fact that the dude that gave us the delivery turned out to be working for Lies. We're gonna tell him about Tuesday and all that, and what was the name of the dude who is the labyrinth that talks like Kermit the Frog?
Yeah, Clemens.
Clemens. Yeah.
Fucking Clemens.
I think I'm just gonna give Strength the whole spiel and just kind of
Sure.
yeah, and maybe a bit of an abridged version just for the sake of time. But like I'm just gonna tell her like, hey, so I think these folks are. I mean, we already knew they were bad news, but they might actually be seriously bad news at this point. So.
All right. I mean, cockatrices are monsters, which means Lies made them, so that would make sense. And again, she made the bugbears.
I think Timmy is a little hurt when she says that.
Yeah.
Like visibly.
Right. I think he is visibly hurt, and she is visibly not noticing. She says, "All right. I mean, I could just go flatten that entire mansion right now, but then we don't learn anything. Why don't one of you guys head off to the Bone Canyon like you were planning to? I'll try and do some digging here and see if I can't find out more, and when you get back, we can start to put together some kind of plan to act on this."
All right, that sounds good. It's better than nothing.
All right.
Just please don't crush anybody's skull that doesn't need crushing.
Me?
Yes.
It sounded a whole lot like a mortal telling a goddess what to do.
I said please.
God.
Oh God! God damn it!
I think just end the scene there. I don't know how that's about the best note to end it on, I think.
Okay.
Okay. That is everything I had in mind for this little mini sesh. Unless anyone wanted to follow up on anything or jump in with something else.
I didn't have anything.
Okay. Yeah, you certainly by no means have to. But yeah, okay. So with that, next time we meet, we should be going to Bone Canyon.
Bone Canyon.
Bone Canyon. Hell yeah.
Bone Canyon.
Brook has her sick hog, courtesy of Slick and Pyre.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Right? Yeah, they have a motorcycle.
That's gonna be weird, though, because Luke, that just means you're gonna at least have to voice 2 characters now.
Yeah, I sure am. I know. Listen. I know what I'm doing with those 2.
And those 2 characters are canonically smooching as well.
Oh yeah, they are in a relationship.
They're pretty much smooching them inside the motorcycle to make it like go.
Basically, yeah.
Just checking you realize this, right?
No, of course I am. Yes. I don't think I actually ended up saying it like literally, but the whole point is that they made something that's powered by their love.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you have to roleplay this.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are just driving out in the like Badlands, and it's real cool. You got this sick motorcycle, but there's also just weird moaning noises coming from the engine that make you all uncomfortable. No.
Oh jeez.
Good.
Okay, well now you have to roleplay all of that.
No, that wasn't serious.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, the GM says goes. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's
the GM says that doesn't actually. That was a joke.
Well, Chelsea, what do you think, Chelsea, in the chat?
Oh Lord. Ugh.
Luke, I don't do this to you. You do this to me.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's gonna do us till next week.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Yeah.
Like I said, I do feel bad that we, listen, scheduling stuff is hard when you have a lot of people.
And a lot of moving.
A lot of boyfriend visits. We'll probably miss one later this week when I do a boyfriend visit. So
Nice.
I meant later this month, not later this week.
I was gonna say that's
Yeah, listen.
not what I thought, but
Nope.
okay.
Nope. Few weeks until that. But yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.